Join Felicity in a sew-along to make stunning bunting using 5-inch charm squares.
For the bunting, I'm going to be using charm squares. Now, if you don't know what charm squares are, they are packs of squares, all coordinating, all very delicious looking. And I'm going to be using 5-inch squares, and because I just want some small bunting to go along a shelf. Now this is how they turn out. They turn out like this, with the seam around, down the back, down the centre back. This type of bunting is probably better against a wall or a fence or a shelf or something like that, because you can see the seam down the back. But I think most people use them like that, don't they? Against a wall, hanging down and things like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to get set up. I've also got some pom-poms. I may use some pom-poms. And I've also got some bias binding, but I've cut off one side because I don't want it too bulky for this, because they're only small bunting. You can in fact get what's called layer cake, but layer cakes are 10-inch squares, but that might be a bit expensive to do it like that. These you can get anything from, I had a look today on eBay, you can get 50 squares on eBay for almost £5. They go up and up. I like to use Kaffe Fassett, and there is a lady that actually sells them on eBay, Kaffe Fassett squares. So I haven't got any of those at the moment, but I've got 5 of these, and I will put details of these in the descriptions below. I've folded all my squares corner to corner to make it quicker, and I'm now going to machine. I like to machine towards the point. I don't start with the point in case the point gets stuck in the machine, and also I stop a fraction away from the end. So I'm going to rail track these, what I call rail track, and this is called all sorts of things. Yeah, I'm going to rail track them. I'll show you. So we're going to do about a 1/4 inch seam, back stitch at the beginning and at the end. There we are. Okay, still back stitch. It is a bit of a problem with the points sometimes, but I'm sure you'll be fine. So lift your clamp up every time you put a new one in. Clamp up, a few stitches and a back stitch. I've got 12 pennants all joined together, 14 including the 2 I've already done, but I'm not sure if I'll need them or not. So we need to just separate them all, separate the stitches. No need to cut anything down, just separate them. Once you've sewn them all, turn them all through, and then iron it so that the centre, the back seam is on the centre. Looks like a kite, doesn't it? Right, so I'm just going to press that. You want to do that with all of them, and then you cut off the piece at the top, which is hanging over the top. Okay, so let's cut that off. I'll do it around this way so I can see. So this is your pennant. I'm going to do that with all of them. So you see, you don't have anything to cut out really. I've now sewn them all. Okay, I've got all my little pennants here, 14 of them. So that means I've got 7 different ones, 2 of each design. there's little pieces cut off, but you know, you could cover some little buttons with these. These will make fabulous little pretty buttons on a little girl's coat. Okay, so next thing to do, I'm just going to sort out the order in which I want them to go on the tape. Obviously we don't want two the same together, so I'm going to work on that. And just before I start machining, I just want to show you how to put the tape on. Right, so this is the raw edge and there's the folded up edge. You need to leave as much as you want to tie. I'm leaving about 10 inches, and then you machine about 1/4 of an inch on the back because they're going to be turned round to the front. So I'm going to crack on with that. I'd also just like to share with you how I join. So I've shown you how to put it on. Now it depends, I don't have much of a bed on this machine. I have got one that I can put on, but it's not necessary. So if you watch what I'm doing, I'm going to machine until I can see it hitting just there where it goes down. Can you see? So find yourself a point. If you've got a big bed, then put a piece of tape up. But I know I've now got to put my needle in and put the next one in. Don't forget, on the back of the pennants and not the front. Once all the pennants are on, then you need to press. Now press with your fingers, don't do it with the iron, because if you press with the iron, bias binding will do what it's supposed to do, and that's stretch. Okay, so just with your fingers, turn it over, turn it up, right the way along like this, just with your fingers. So first of all, we're going to machine at the end of the tie. Right, get that turned over nicely. Okay. Turn the stitch up a bit, I think. Right, and then keep them together and machine down there. And then fold it over to cover up the stitching on the pennants. Try and keep it neatly to the edge. Try and cover up stitching if you can. All finished. Now it's pom-poms or not. Let's have a think about that, shall we? Question is, did I put the pom-poms on? And as you can see below, no, I didn't, but I did cover the buttons with the little triangles that were left over, so absolutely nothing went to waste. Now that's all from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yes, one other thing I was going to say, this is a great project for a beginner to do, or even children to do if they want to start sewing, because all you have to do is sew down a straight line and maybe hand sew the tape on the top. But hey, thanks for watching me, and I will be back very soon with some more interesting things for you. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Bye for now.